Right, welcome to this my first video of reminder theorem, grade 12. Already I published 2 videos about the basic polynomials, identical polynomials, and how to find the coefficients. So better newcomers watch that too and come back to this video. Reminder theorem, put the heading, it's an important exam, typical exam problem, reminder theorem in pure maths paper 1 of combined maths exams. First question, the essay problem is reminder theorem. Okay, we'll see what you mean there. Reminder mean balance, quotient and the remainder. Balance and the remainder. About the remainder, balance is what? In this theorem we are studying for any polynomial when divided by the other polynomial, what the balance. We won't bother about the answer. The balance part are the important for any question style. You will see we have to work many problems in this whole exam style questions, very useful, very easy because you're studying the grade 12. But unfortunate, if you go to grade 13, those 22 batch, if you go to 22 that year, you forget all these lessons. Unfortunately, you couldn't answer properly the final exam because you are will to work that any last section that you are studying when close by to 2022 exam period. But don't achieve like that, don't behave like that. Keep in touch. Very easy, it's continuously come with your pre-term papers, final papers, provincial papers and all. Therefore very easy. Keep in touch, always practice and become a highly qualified, highly marks earned problem this. We'll see what is something like school paper, state the remainder theorem or prove the remainder theorem like that. So right below, remainder theorem is the heading. If a polynomial fx is divided by a linear divisor, if a polynomial fx is divided by a linear divisor, I say linear x minus a, linear divisor x minus a, then the remainder is f of a. Then the remainder is f of a. That's all. 3 terms we're using. If a polynomial fx divided by a linear divisor x minus a, then the remainder b or remainder is f of a. Okay. Now we prove that. So write proof. See what the idea? Fx divided by x minus a. No. We don't know what is fx. Fx means function of x. It can be a quadratic function or power 3 or sine function, cos function. Later we'll study trigonometry. Many functions there in mathematics. But whatever is no matter. Divide by x minus a. So we will find the answer. Remainder we will find the remainder r equal to f of a. So we don't know what is the function. Also we don't bother about what the answer or the quotient. Okay. So right below the sentence. When if let write this let 5x be the quotient. Let the 5x be the quotient. That means answer, right? Answer. 5x be the quotient and r be the remainder. When r be the remainder. Okay. So last class I mentioned the important formula type. Every division method, algebraic division, we can write that, no? That polynomial equal to what? Answer into divisor plus the balance. Polynomial equal to answer or the quotient into divisor plus the balance. So write that pattern. Therefore, this given polynomial equal to identically equal to what? Answer into divisor plus the balance r. Okay. This I mentioned last video. So newcomers, for the best knowledge, stop this, go back, find other video, and you can get full knowledge. So please subscribe the newcomers. Then you'll continuously receive many videos in 2022. Okay. Okay, this is the way writing equation type. Now problem is find the remainder. I need the r part. So if fx divided by another x expression, answer also in terms of x. That's why we call phi x. So I want to find the r. Therefore I remove this part. I make to 0. This part should be 0. I remove or eliminate this part. Eliminate this part. So what happened? I don't know what is 5x. I can't use it for the problem. I know this one. Here a. If I put x also a minus a 0. 0 into 0. So representing 0, you can find the answer. So right below, if x equal a, if x equal a, f4 put x for a, f of a, put x for a, phi of a, x for a minus a plus r, plus r. Therefore, f of a equal, a minus a 0, 0 into anything here 0 plus r. Therefore, very clear, remainder is f of a. Remainder is f of a. What do you mean if you divide by x minus 2, remainder is what? F of 2, put f of 2. If you divide by x minus 10, what is remainder? F of 10. If you divide x plus 1, if you divide x plus 1, what is a for? Minus 1. Put x for minus 1. We see in the question. Is the remainder theorem also proving of this, right? Okay, right next the sub theorem, factor theorem, write this, factor theorem. Factor theorem. Simple thing that's we use in, you learn O-level or primary grades, factorization problems. Here we use many parts of different idea of factorization. Very useful theorem of that using remainder, and factor theorems are valuable to find the factor in any expression later. See, what do you mean factor theorem? I mentioned last class also the what do you mean the factor idea. See here, if I divide, if the remainder becomes 0, if the remainder becomes 0, when you divide, fx divided by x minus a, no balance. That means perfectly divisible. Then we called x minus a is a factor. X minus a is a factor, that's the idea, right? Perfectly divisible means remainder becomes 0. Then that we called cannot perfectly divisible. Therefore x minus a is a factor, that's the idea. Okay. So I can use it the same method. So write this by remainder theorem. By remainder theorem. By remainder theorem. Write this. Write this by remainder theorem. Just to show this. Show this. And write that is. But the result of the remainder theorem, r equal to r, f of a, r equal to f of a, right? And right below, if r becomes 0, r becomes 0, if r becomes 0, x minus r becomes 0, that is remainder is 0, right there, that is remainder is 0, x minus a perfectly divisible by fx. X minus a perfectly divisible by fx. That means x minus a is a factor of fx. X minus a is a factor of fx. That means x minus a is a factor of fx. That's the factor theorem idea, right? X minus a is a factor. When it's become factor, remainder is 0. For example, if you divide by a function x minus 2, think example, then no remainder, then we call x minus 2 is a factor. If you divide by x plus 1, no remainder, then we call x plus 1 is a factor. That's the idea. We will show many questions and see, right? Okay. So you know that both theorems, especially remainder theorem and the part of factor theorem. And there's important note I want to I prepared that I will give you that idea when dividing polynomial. So write this note. Write this note. Write first one. First one. If a polynomial fx is divided by a linear expression, if a polynomial divided by a linear expression, then the remainder is a constant. Then the remainder is a constant. Then the remainder is a constant in the form of say small p. Say small p. Yeah, very important. Any polynomial divided by a linear. What do you mean linear? X plus 1, power 1, x minus 2, 2x plus 5, or half x plus 9. Such linear polynomial, then the balance comes constant, mean number, 5, 8, minus 2, like that. I said p, small p is a constant, right? So I can show identical form, right? That is, that polynomial fx can be shown answer, or I mentioned answer is 5x, right? Answer into divisor, answer into divisor plus the balance is linear form p. Or here we can write that polynomial linear form. What is general form of a linear? Ax plus b. You know, y equal mx plus c, linear form. Linear form general pattern ax plus b, right? So I say ax plus b. So copy this. That given polynomial can be shown that pattern. Fx equal answer into divisor plus the balance. Quotient into a divisor plus the remainder. Okay. Next write note 2. If a polynomial divided by a quadratic expression, if a polynomial divided by a quadratic expression, then the remainder is a linear function. And the remainder is a linear function or linear expression in the form of px plus q. In the form of px plus q. In the form of px plus q. That is, I can write this pattern. Now what happened? Whatever polynomial divided by a quadratic. What the form of a quadratic? Ax square plus bx plus c. You write that is f of x equal quotient answer into divisor ax square plus bx plus c. What happened? This pattern, that in this case the balance is a linear function. We'll say px plus q. You can complete that also. As I mentioned, note 1, you can complete that. If divided by a quadratic function expression, then the remainder is a linear form or linear function in the form of px. Copy that also. In the form of px plus q. In the form of px plus q. And finally copy this statement. Also write note number 3, the same idea. Write this: if a polynomial divide by a cubic, if a polynomial divide by a cubic expression or cubic polynomial, if a polynomial divide by a cubic expression, let me power 3, then the remainder be but a quadratic expression. The remainder be a quadratic expression in the form of px square plus qx plus r So you can't take the same expression ABC, they are also ABC, different letter, right? The problem we will improve the ideas. Px square plus qx plus r. Show that finally in the exam we highest problem in power 3, mostly in square form. Some questions there are degree 3 also. That is fx equal answer into divisor. What is that cubic pattern? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. It's the cubic polynomial method out to right. Degrees, powers should be descending order. Plus the balance in this case quadratic. Bx square plus qx plus r. It's the pattern, right? Okay, now I will show some question. I already published this my tube. You can see in my Facebook page. I inform my description. One of the previous video. You can download it or you can take a copy by a screenshot. You can take a printout also. Otherwise, you can write one by one. I used today more question hereafter from this tube. And the tube also. I'll upload that in the future and take that also. So maths mean questions. Mathematics mean teachers' parts are less. Not like O levels or below of that. Advanced mathematics or A-level science section. Teachers' parts I think only 20%. Student must work hard, work 80 or more than that percentage by preparing many notes and preparing many questions, all the past exam, term papers, many school papers available. You have to keep it everything. So everything I am showing my tunes, all problems are there. Okay, I take find the quotients and the reminders. Find the quotient and the remainder. That is already finished. I got using the remainder theorem, find the remainder. Now you know without remainder theorem, by using long division also you can find it, no? By using the long division also you can find the remainder as well as the quotient also. But problems of exam style question, we don't think about the answer or the quotient. That's why we use hereafter not long division. Main aim to the problem using the remainder theorem knowledge. Okay, see this. Using remainder theorem, find the remainder when 3x cube plus x square plus x plus 1 divide by x minus 1. They ask what the remainder. So I'll give you very briefly how to answer the exam style. In the marking panel we give marks for that if you show those steps. So follow, then you will after we can quickly show those answers to my problem. Okay. So if you this ax cube, 3x cube, if you divide this by this, there's an answer. We call quotient and the remainder. So what happened? Divide by a linear function, cubic polynomial. No? Divide by a linear, answer is a quadratic. Is it? The polynomial divide by a linear. I gave my note. Divide by a linear. The polynomial divide by a linear. Answer is a constant. A number part only answer. So write this. Write the full solution. If 3x cube plus x square plus x 1. If 3x cube plus x square plus x plus 1 divide by x minus 1, divide by x minus 1, then 5x be the quotient, then 5x be the quotient and the remainder be k, and the remainder be k, because on constant I give my note, remainder be k. Now equate that identity, show that identity. Therefore write this 3x cube plus x square plus x plus 1 identically equal to what? Answer or quotient into divisor plus the balance. I say k or r, no matter. It's a constant value. So The very first question, simple problem. So clearly identify. Then only you can use it for any future problem, the type. This step is very important when using the problem involving reminder theorem. Now the idea, we won't bother about the quotient. Therefore make this part is 0. Make this part is 0. How it becomes 0? If you put x for 1, 1 minus 1, 0. 0 into 5x, 0. So put x for 1. If x is 1. If x is 1, write everywhere x for 1. Here 3 times 1, 3. 1 plus 1. Is it okay? Check that. Here 0 plus k. Therefore k equal 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the case. K equals 6. When you divide this 3x cube with this, is okay? Check that. 3x cube plus 1. 3x cube. Oh, minus. Actually, no matter the problem. Actual problem is minus 1 here, right? Actual magnitude problem is minus 1. So here minus 1. So here minus 1. So problem is 3x cube, right? Plus x square plus x minus 1. So you can see here answer is 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay. Okay, see next question. 6x to the power 4 plus 2x cube minus x plus 2. This polynomial divide by x plus 2. Another easy way to find 6x power 4 plus 2x cube minus x plus 2 divide by x plus 2. What the remainder? Using reminder theorem. So you follow, you practice, don't avoid by writing the sentence. Practice the method. When you write only, you are familiar with the idea of the reminder theorem knowledge. So write that. If the polynomial 6x power 4 plus 2x cube minus x plus 2 divide by x plus 2, let quotient is 5x. Let quotient is 5x. And the remainder is what? Divide by a linear, once again divide by a power degree 1 polynomial. They have a constant. And let divide by x plus 2. But quotient is 5x. Remainder is k. Say k. So write the same method. Three x cube. Next question. 6x power 4 plus 2x square cube minus x plus 2. Answer into divisor, quotient. But the quotient 5x. We don't know what is the answer, right? Using long division you can find the answer also. They want us answer. Into divisor x plus 2. And say k. K, a small letter, we need letter k. So what the idea, same as the previous question. Make this 0. Make the quotient part 0. We put x4 minus 2. Put x4 minus 2, it becomes 0. Then you can find the balance remainder. So if x equal minus 2, if x equal minus 2, what is that? 6 into minus 2 power 4 plus 2 into minus 2 power 3 x4 minus 2. This is the primary whatever knowledge. Find the k. Put x4 minus 2 and get it. Minus 2 power 4, 16. Okay. 6 times minus 6. Minus 2 cube, there is minus 8. So minus 16. Plus 2. Plus 2. So I hope you can get it the answer. Right? Find the constant term when divided by that. Next, third question. 3 third question. x to the power 8 minus 4x to the power 7 plus 3x to the power 5 plus x to the power 4 plus 3 divided by x plus 1. Same idea. As a polynomial, degree long power 8, power 8, power 7, no matter whatever, divide by a linear function. Therefore, there's answer, also balance, there's find the remainder. So write that sentence and write the identical polynomial pattern, equate that and find the method answer. So here what? That given function power 8 minus 4x power 7 plus 3x power 5 plus x power 4 plus 3, that's equal to divisor into quotient. This is important. This part is important. If you divide by a linear, refer my note. Once again, the answer remainder becomes constant. Say k. So what the idea? Make this 0. If you put x4 minus 1, 0. So if x equal minus 1, then this part is 0. That part becomes 0. Put x4 minus 1. Here 1. Minus 1 minus plus 4. Minus 3. Plus 1. Plus 3. Okay. So get the answer is the application. Another question, 4x cube minus 4x plus 3 divide by 2x minus 1. 2x minus 1. All linear. This example I am showing the divide by a linear polynomial, linear function. So cubic divide by linear, they have answer constant. So complete it. 4x cube minus 4x plus 3 answer into divisor. Write that sentence and show this statement plus k. So here only this is advanced maths or grade 12. Hereafter, what is that? Grade 8 work, no, substitute knowledge. Make this 0. When this becomes 0, if you put 2x for 1, if you put 2x for 1, 1 minus 1, 0. What do you mean 2x 1 means? X is half. X is half. Put x for half. X equal half. So what is that? 4 into half cube minus 4 into half plus 3 equal, this is 0 plus k. Now simplify. Now simplify, get the answer. It's a primary class work, right? Okay, you can see that second magnitude, that is second question. Find the value, or the newcomers don't have the tutor, I can write this, so hear me. Find the value of k if x cube plus 3x square minus kx plus 4 leaves a remainder k, leaves a remainder is k when divided by x minus 2. Understood this question? They ask, find the value of this k when this polynomial, cubic polynomial, divide by x minus 2, remainder also k. So if you go to the prepare that identity, then you can get the answer. So this divide by x minus 2, there's a quotient. We say 5x. And there's a balance. They say balance is k. So write that statement. The identical polynomial, write that. X cube plus 3x square minus kx plus 4 equal to what? Answer 5x into divides x minus 2 plus the balance. Balance is k. Now question is find the k value. Therefore you need an equation. To find the term you need an equation. So here also similar fashion. We won't find this answer part. So make this 0. When it becomes 0, put x4 2. x4 2, 2 minus 2, 0. 0 into 5x, 0. Put x4 2. One of the questions in the school term paper is available, right? If x is 2. 2 cube, 8. X is 2, 2 square 4, 4 times 3, 12. X is 2, 2k minus plus 4. Here 0 plus k. So the 24. 24 equal to 3k. So k is 8. K is 8. Simple idea, right? See next question, or write this. You can see the third problem here. The expression 6x square minus 2x plus 3. This is the expression. The expression 6x square minus 2x plus 3 leaves a remainder of 3. When divided by x minus p. Determine the value of p. Or similar ideas. This expression divided by x minus p, remainder is 3. Then they ask find the p value. So follow that, copy that work, write the polynomial pattern. So that 6x square minus 2x plus 3 equal to what? There's answer into divisor. We say usually answer is 5x. This name of that symbol is 5x. Very first I mark some alpha, beta, lambda, mu like that. Go through and see. Into divisor plus balance is 3. This is very useful identity. Now we have to find the p answer. So when how the p value? Make this 0. Answer part make this 0. If you put x for p, p minus p 0. So put x for p. If x is p, x for p 6p square minus 2p plus 3 0 plus 3. Okay. So 6p square minus 2p is it 0? Plus 3 cancel. So find the two answers for p because the quadratic equation. So take divide by, take the 2p out, take the 2p out, then 3p minus 1. So all elements. So the solutions p equals 0 or p equal 1/3. So very important answer. What do you mean these answers? P equals 0, p equal 1/3. What happened? P is 0. Put p for 0, then x. If p is 0, the divisor is x, only x. Therefore, this expression divided by x, remainder becomes 3. If you doubt, you are free these days. You can divide and see. this divide by x and use the long division. Use the long division and practice. See this. Remainder becomes 7. If p is 1/3, p is 1/3, x minus 1/3 is the expression. So if you just divide by x minus 1/3, then also balance is 3. If you have doubt, you can check with the long division, or I mentioned the synthetic method, the linear pattern or synthetic method. Catch that answer. Remainder becomes 7. Therefore, two possibilities. Balance comes 3. Either divide by x or divide by x minus 1/3, because of p has two solutions, right? These are the questions here we use. Okay, try this more question. I can show you other videos. It's available here, a lot of problem, practice question, important problems. You can see this my tudes on my Facebook page. I already published my under description one of my video, and try on one by one. Next class or next video I'll show some more, and I have the tudes also, the hard exam style problem on that.